Hello.
Hello.
Well, I'm going to interview you.
Thanks.
Um, well, in the aspect of time changes, did you think that all of the things that you are um, seeing right now when you're little, did you think that all of this would happen?
Well, when I was little, the technology was not so present in our lives. We were only playing on the streets and with balls and stuff. So obviously, I didn't think this would happen nowadays. The first big electronic change that I saw was color TV at that time because the TV was in black and white. And then the next one, which was already in my professional life, was the first mobile phone, which was obviously not a smartphone, it was a normal phone. And I thought that was going to be the maximum. And obviously, you can imagine that things have changed a lot since, right?
What would you have changed from the development of things to fit your style?
Well, I think every time has its own good things and bad things. The what I see now is people are too much. It's the society is too much individual. It's not about being with other people. It's just about being with yourself. So I would change that part of it.
What would you have done different to adapt better with future technology?
Me myself.
Yes.
Well, I would not say I'm the most skilled in computers and electronics, but I'm quite skilled. But I would have changed, to be more in contact with my kids and with the young people to understand more social networks in the internet. You know?
When you were a kid, did you think our childhood would be the same as yours?
No, I didn't think so because I thought kids would always be on the street and playing and with friends and I can see that the kids are now most of the time at home looking at computers or looking at iPads or looking at telephones or playing in the PlayStation. So in my time, childhood was more about being with friends and liaising with friends. Now it's more about connecting with your friends through other like social networks or playing remote with PS4 or whatever.
If you were born in our childhood, what would you have done that you didn't do in yours?
Clearly, being hungry to learn and learn and learn and travel. And I think at our time, traveling was not so normal or so often. So now young people travel a lot, and that is something I would like to have done when I was a child. To learn a lot of things and to travel a lot.
Now, in the aspect of school, how was the figure of a teacher in a class?
Well, it depend on what type of school you went. I went to an English school at my time, so in the English school, behavior was very important. So the teacher was the law in the class. So he was the person that put order in the classroom. He was the one giving the speech, and the children or the students were not able to speak directly to the teachers. You need to raise your hand to speak. So the relationship was clearly in a different level. The teacher was here and the students were there. I think that was bad at that time. But I think now we went to the opposite, and now the kids are here and the teacher is here, or even more kids are higher than so the respect for the teacher has been lost, and I think this is also really bad.
What do you think about the 21st century classes?
You mean the type of classes you attend?
Yes.
Well, obviously it's much better. I always think that I would have loved to go to a school like yours. Where at my time most of the lessons were about memory and learning by repetition. Now you learn by doing, which is very good, and I think Colegio Montserrat is also very advanced school, which is very good, obviously, for you guys.
Did you enjoy going to school?
Yes, I did enjoy it a lot going to school because, as I said, when I was young, um, being with friends was about being with them, playing with them at football, talking, connecting very, very, face to face. And school was also an extension of that. Being at home was a little bit more boring because we didn't have PlayStation or all these kind of things. So basically, we had one channel and 30 minutes of cartoons per day, and the rest was, doing homework and playing with your brother. So school was really fun at that time.
How did you feel when it was break time?
In school?
Yes.
Well, it was very good also because, again, remember that the classes were about memory and everything was repetition and repetition. So the classes were a bit boring, I have to say. So break time and was really, really good.
The schools in those times were gender separated. How did you feel the first time a school for both genders came out?
Well, I always went to a mixed gender school, so I cannot talk you about separated gender schools because I never lived that or never realized that. But I think mixing genders is better because boys have to learn about girls and girls have to learn about boys and both have to liaise together. Separating them means like creating a barrier between them, and I think it's not good.
Now we're going to family. How is the relation with your father, and do you think it has changed much?
Oh, it's changed from night to day. The relation with our parents were more hierarchic. Parents were here and kids were there. We didn't, in my personal case, we did not liaise that much with our parents. Now, kids are, and we were with our parents very little time, with my mother, because she was not working, so I spent more time, but with my father, I saw him 10 minutes per day, if possible. Now, kids are with their parents the whole time, which has good things because kids can talk to their parents in the same level and they are in the same level as their parents. The bad thing is that they don't know what to do without their parents, and so they don't know how to have fun without being with their parents.
How did you relate with the family members that were far away from home with only letters?
Well, obviously, contact was more difficult and more scarce. That's it. Today with Skype and whatever, you can contact like this. At that time, obviously, people that were far away, you perhaps exchange 1 or 2 letters per year, and that was it.
Do you think new electronics are setting the relation with our families nowadays more separated?
Absolutely. I mean, I can see from my own experience with my kids, and I can see other families when we go to restaurants and stuff. Kids are physically with their parents, but not with their parents because they are looking at the telephone or connecting through Instagram or Twitter or whatever. So I think the new electronics or the new technologies are clearly separating families and not helping contact and dialogue and stuff.
How was the feeling with your family to travel together? And as it was slower, how did you?
Well, I remember trips at that time when we went skiing once or twice per year. They took for ages, and also another thing that happened at that time that now doesn't happen, is that cars broke quite often. So all of a sudden the car broke, so you need to wait for somebody to help you and stuff. So obviously trips were much longer than now.
And the last one, do you think that the way of being a family has changed through the years?
Well, I think it has changed for some goods, for some things for good, like because kids and parents liaise much more now than at my times. I think it's changed for bad because technology and new technology is absorbing the brains of the kids, and I can see the kids cannot have fun without the machine, and that's bad.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Listo.